Hello and welcome to the video lecture of Class Plus One Political Science. Students, today we will do our next topic, fundamental rights and duties. Before to start the explanation of this topic, I want to discuss the different learning objectives. Students, after see this video, you all will be able to understand the meaning of fundamental rights and fundamental duties. Why these fundamental rights are important for society. Moreover, you all will be able to understand, or you all will be able to describe the different fundamental rights and duties in detail. Fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are those rights which are essential for intellectual, moral, and spiritual development of individual. As these rights are fundamental, means main rights, basic rights for all around development of individual. So these rights are called as fundamental rights. Students, fundamental rights can be described as the basic rights granted to the citizen of India under the Constitution of India. These rights are written in Part 3 of the Indian Constitution and ensure liberty to every citizen of the country so that people can live peacefully. They also prevent the state, means the government, from snatching the freedom of the citizen of the country. Fundamental rights are equally applied to all the citizens of the country without any discrimination on the basis of race, caste, creed, sex, religion, place of birth, etc. There are total 6 fundamental rights recognized by Indian Constitution. Right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. Right to equality given under Article 14 of Indian Constitution. It is one of the fundamental rights. It ensures the guarantee to every person the right to equality before the law and equal protection of the laws. It is not only the right of Indian citizens but also the right of non-citizens. Article 14 says, the state shall of India. Article 14 define, no one is above the law. All are equal before the law. All are equal in eyes of law. Equality before law. The state shall not deny to any person equality before the law. If I talk about the meaning of right to equality, this means that every person who lives within territory of India has equal right before the law. The meaning of this, all are equal in same line. No discrimination based on religion, race, caste, sex, and place of birth. This means that all will be treated as equally among equal, and there will be no discrimination based on lower or higher classes. It also includes that all are equal for the public employment, abolitions of untouchability, and abolitions of titles, etc. Right to freedom. This includes the right to freedom of speech and expression, the right to form association, the right to move freely and reside in any part of the country, and the right to practice any profession, occupation, or business. This right also provides freedom to the prisoners, or right to education is also a part of right to freedom. Right against exploitation. The Constitution prohibits human trafficking and forced labor and employment of the children under 14 years of age. Under this right, the expression of traffic in human beings include selling and buying of men, women, and children like goods, immoral traffic in women, children. To punish these acts, the Parliament has made Immoral Traffic Act in 1956. Article 24 prohibits the employment of children below the age of 14 years in any factory, mine, or any kind of construction work or railway, but it does not permit their employment in any harmless or innocent work. In 2006, the government banned the employment of children as domestic servants or workers in business establishments like hotels, dhabas, restaurants, shops, factories, tea shops, and so on. It warned that anyone employing children below 14 years of age would be liable for prosecutions and penal action. Right to freedom of religion. This right is related with the religion. According to this right, any person can choose, practice, adopt any religion. All have the right to manage religion affairs, freedom to pay taxes for promotion on any particular religion, and freedom to attend religious instructions or worship in certain educational institutions. This right is very important. Freedom of religion is an important because unless you firmly believe in all the aspects of a religion, you will not be able to follow it even if you are forced to do it. So every person will surely believe in all the aspects of religion which was believed by his or her family when he or she was born. As children, we blindly believe our parents, but many people change their religion when they grow up, when they find something is wrong in the religion his or her family practice. This too a person will do out of his or her own will. And even if a person is forced to follow another religion, especially after marriage, the person will still follow his or her original religion, because you can't force a person to believe something unless the person experiences the different personally. So every person should be free to follow whichever religion he or she want to choose. It will be a mental torture for a person to do something which he or she does not want, or you can say that which a person does not want to do so that the prison will feel free no longer. So, this right is very important for every citizen. The next right is cultural and educational right. This right provides protection of language, culture of minorities, right to minorities to establish educational institutions. The next right is right to constitutional remedies. This right is the main right. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said this right as a heart and soul of the constitution because this right provides the protection to the other rights. By using this right, we can move to the court to issue directions, orders, writs for the enforcement of right. When a person feels that my right is not fulfilled because of some wrong practice, at that time a person can go to the court for the justice. The next topic is this is the second topic of this video, the fundamental duties. The fundamental duties are defined as the moral obligations of all citizens to help promote a spirit of patriotism and to uphold the unity of India. These duties set out in Part 4A of the Constitution concern individual and the nations. It is a part of Part 4A under the Article 51A. We borrow these fundamental duties from USSR. These fundamental duties are not a part of our original constitution. Under Article 42, 42nd Amendment in 1976, we introduced Article 51A in the Constitution and added fundamental duties in our Constitution. These duties are recommended by Swaran Singh Committee. Originally, 10 duties were there, but now we have 11 duties added by 86th Amendment Act in 2002. Students, here I have mentioned the different fundamental duties. Please go through once. These are the total 11 duties, and the 11th duty which was added in 2002 under the 86th Amendment of our Constitution. Who is the parents or guardians to provide opportunity for the education to his child, or as the case may be ward between the age of 6 to 14 years. Students, this duty is related with the right to education. The others you already discussed in the previous classes. Yes, students, here your topic is completed. Fundamental rights and fundamental duties. Here I have given some questions for you for the self-assessment. Try to solve these questions with the help of your NCERT book, or you can take the help of internet. What are the fundamental rights? Explain why rights are called fundamental. What is the difference between fundamental rights and fundamental duties? What is Article 51A of the Indian Constitution? Thank you.